Hello everyone, this is the Crimson Cure, welcoming you to the Crimson Tower, a place where we keep a feminine foot on the neck of the gynocracy, feminism, and black male misandry. So go ahead, pull up a chair, stay a while, and listen.
Hey y'all, Donnie Keith here, aka Auntie Peaches from the Aunties Radio Show, also on The Voice of Reason. I'm here to say that ever since my man started taking A game, he's been on top of his A game. What? When I say A game, I mean his A game. He's more focused. He's definitely working out more. His attitude is better. And he's not complaining of all over body aches due to poor blood circulation, because A-Game provides great blood circulation, if you know what I mean, ladies. That blood circulation. Sometimes I have to hide the A-Game in the bushes when I'm out walking the dog just because I want some sleep. If you know what I mean, ladies. Stay on top of your A-Game, fellas. Get your A-Game.
Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So, what are we talking about today? Today, we are going to discuss Wendy, Wendell, Bartholomew, Cleophas, Rufus Williams, and how they need to be canceled. Now, the first mistake was about a week or so ago. Wendy Williams tried to come for a social media influencer by the name of Tabitha Brown. If you have not seen that, heard what she said and Tabitha's response, I'll go ahead and put that in the description box so that you can see that. And first, let me talk about that before I share the video that I'm really going to speak on today. She's a bitter, top-heavy hyena. All right. An old gynocrat, because Wendell is old. Wendell Cleophas Montgomery Bartholomew Williams is old. All right. And bitter, because Bartholomew has been a hyena all its life. And the marriages that it has undergone has been to maggles, aka male hyenas, of which she should have been happy about, because that was her speed. That water sought its own level. Back feet sought its own dirt. All right. So she tried to come for Tabitha because Tabitha is now a millionaire because of her social media success. And so she wanted to retire her husband, who has been a police officer for the past 15 years, because he had taken that job to support her in her dreams. Now that her dreams have been realized, she's like, well, it's my turn, because this is an agreement that we made 15 years ago, that he would take the sacrifice, I would become successful, and then once I became successful, I take the sacrifice, and he play out or not play out, but he pursue his dreams. So she talked about retiring him. And then you had Bartholomew and them. First of all, talking about, I don't know who this is. This is always a gynocrat's way of trying to invalidate your whole life by saying they don't know who you are. As if anybody cares about who Wendell Montgomery Bartholomew Rufus Cleophas Williams know. Don't nobody care who you know. Okay? Because if you don't know who they are, why are you doing stories on them? Why are you commenting on this woman's marriage and agreement that she made with her husband, and you ain't got nothing to do with it? You don't even know what she's doing. Talking about, I was married to one of them, pursue your dreams and I'll make the money. You were married to a maggle because you're a hyena and that's what you attract. Tabitha is married to her husband. And her response to you, Rufus, was 100% spot on. It was a feminine response to a masculine attack. You attacked her like the male hyena that you are, came to her neck of the woods, scuffing up dirt with your back feet, and she calmly, like the lioness that she is, came out and just showed you her teeth. And you scampered off into the distance back to the boneyard from whence you came. Because Tabitha's response was very feminine. It was very calm. It was actually very positive. And it was what a lioness should have responded with if she bothered to respond at all, which I probably would not have, but since you're so public with your disrespect and your platform is as big as it is, I can see why Tabitha chose to respond to you, and she did it in such a feminine, classy way that you didn't have no clap back, did you, Wendy? Did you, Wendell? Right? Because you don't know what it is to actually be married to your husband and love your husband and love him enough, like Tabitha said about her husband. I love him enough to want to see him safe and not wearing a bulletproof vest every day. I love him enough to want to see him accomplish his dreams. I love him enough to want to see him do what he wants to do and be a support system for him and be there for him like he was there for me. That is a marriage. That is a lioness. That is how women support their men. That is how Black women support Black men. That is how a wife supports her husband. We do genuinely become happy to see them succeed because they were happy to see us succeed. And we're not selfish in that way. We don't only look to become successful and then he can go by the wayside, or he can keep working this little job that doesn't allow him the freedom of his time and of his energy to pursue his purpose, his true purpose. And that is what Tabitha was saying. But a boneyard dweller would not know anything about that. Would you, Wendy? Now that we've gotten that part out of the way, you keep on scuffing up things with your back feet. I'm getting sick of your back feet, and I don't pay attention to you, but you're so disgusting that every lioness on Pride Rock's nose has wrinkled up at your latest antics. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to show you a video of Wendy Williams disrespecting a young Black man, and you're going to see why it's so disrespectful when you watch this clip. So let me go ahead. Let me share.
Okay. I have no idea who this is. Neither does Norman. Neither does one person in this building. Maybe Sus does. Do you know who Swavey is? Clap. Clap if you know who Swavey is. Okay. Sus?
It's not my cup of tea. That I got going on right now.
Well, he's a TikTok star. He's got more followers than me. 2.5 million.
On TikTok, but on Instagram, you have more followers.
Well, as my son Kevin would say, no one uses Instagram anymore.
What?
And as far as TikTok, I don't use that at all. I don't know what that is. I don't want to be involved. So here he is. He's 19, and he was murdered Monday morning. Now, according to our friends at MediaTakeout.com, hi Fred, the killer confessed on Instagram Live. He said that Swavey invited him out and alleges that Swavey and the friends that were with Swavey jumped him and tried to kill him. So he had a gun and did the killing. So somebody's dead. The guy who was invited over, he's dead.
Swavey is, dead.
Swavey is now dead.
Correct.
All those followers. Yeah, that's really tragic. Only 19 years old. And by the way, the friend who came over was an admitted drug dealer. No one in custody. They'll probably never catch anyone. Another one of those stories. No. But there's this woman. Her name is Tabitha Brown.
Now, do you see how disrespectful? The first thing is that you never would have known that she was going to say that young man was killed by the way she started that segment. She began the segment trying to own him. Wendell is a good 69 years old. Up one side and down the other. Okay? Trying to own a 19-year-old boy on who got more social media followers. This is how immature this hyena is. Oh, I don't know him. Again, like I said before, this is how hyenas and gynocrats try to invalidate your whole life by saying, I don't know who that is. As if. Then was like, well, he's got 2 million followers. Clap if you know who he is. And no one knows who he is. So invalidated a black man's life. Just invalidated his whole existence. By quote unquote talking about how she don't know who he is, even though he got 2.5 million followers and this kind of stuff or whatever. And she's being a whole 13-year-old trying to compete with him about who's got more social media followers. The nerve. Then goes on to shock the audience who obviously did not know she was going to say that young man had been killed. Then goes on to tell the story in a very clipped, I don't care, IDGAF kind of way. Oh, just another dead ninja kind of way. And then after she announces he's dead, all those followers. Is this even real life? How is Wendell not canceled? How Wendell still got a platform? Since I don't follow Rufus, I don't know all the stuff he talked about. But when this kind of stuff comes to the forefront, it's disgusting to me. It's disgusting to me. Because this young man has lost his life. Oh, and the one who did the killing was a drug dealer. So further invalidation, the undertone of that was so, look at these little ninjas, little black little ninjas. They not worth anything, are they? Even from when they young, they not worth anything. Look at them. They just little criminals and just little drug dealers and just little killers. Look at them. Who cares about whether or not he's dead? That was the undercurrent. That was the sentiment as Rufus Wendell was speaking. The people in the audience is confused about whether or not they should react, not react, clap, not clap, because of the venom and the dismissiveness and the disrespect with which she is delivering the story. To the point where that young man's family has demanded an apology from Wendy about how she addressed and how she even came at that whole situation. She stayed coming for people in a disrespectful, dismissive manner. This young man ain't did nothing to her but exist. So there was absolutely no reason at all for her to cover the little story like that and say the things that she said in the way that she said them. Then she turns around before she says that he lets her audience know that he's a victim of a murder. She turns around and looks at this him. Knowing that she's gonna cause the audience to laugh at him because of the way that she's looking at him, as if he doesn't mean anything, as if he's insignificant, as if his life does not matter. Mind you, her and I guess her production team are the only one that knows what she's gonna say. The audience does not know. She know that boy dead, and she chose to deliver that story as she did, in the most disrespectful way that anybody could share news about somebody else's death. I don't care what you think the circumstances are, what somebody said the circumstances were, or whatever the case may have been. It was not her place to do that. But this is how gynocrats feel about black men, even when they are young. This boy did not even know her, has not done anything to her. Yet she felt a need to disrespect this young man in his death. In his death. It's not like a funny story happened and, you know what I'm saying, he got into a funny thing, you know, and then he got a little bit embarrassed, so you might laugh at it. No. This young man is gone. He has family members that love him. He has people that miss him. He is not just a TikTok person to them. He's their son, their brother, their nephew, they whoever. And this boy has been killed. And whoever is his family, whoever is the people that loved him, are grieving him. And you're a big platform, along with that big wig you got on. Your platform about big as your wig. Sitting up there shaped like the letter T. And I had an audacity to try to embarrass a young man that has already lost his life. He's not even here anymore to defend himself against that. And should not need to. Now his family not only has to grieve him, but now they got to come for you for disrespecting him. If he was such an unknown, maybe you shouldn't have covered the story. But again, this is how gynocrats see black men. Old, young, middle-aged, little boy. This is how they see them, an old, bitter hyena that can't stand men and can't stand black men in particular, has a disdain for them even when they die. You can't tell me there wasn't an undercurrent of he deserved it as she delivered a tragic story. If you don't feel anything for the young man, keep your mouth shut. That's all you got to do. But black women are out of order. Why? Because they get paid to be out of order. Wendy Wendell gets paid to be out of order like this. And what I'm asking is, why don't the other black women cancel her, since we in the middle of cancel culture? She's so inappropriate, it hurts. But nobody's going to cancel Wendy Williams? Wendy, the letter P, Williams? Nobody gonna cancel her? You get out of here with that. Knock it off. Wendy, knock it off. That was disgusting. It was disgusting how you came for Tabitha and her marriage. It was disgusting how you came for this young man, Swavey, and the circumstances of his death, which are not any of your business one way or the other. I don't care how this young man passed away. You're not grieving him. His family is. Had nothing to do with you. That young man has done nothing to you. And then sitting there immature. I can't get over the trying to own somebody through social media following. What are you, 12? What are you, in middle school? What I need to buy you a Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper? What is it? What is it? Why are you so immature? That was disgusting. Wendy's older than me. Old enough probably to be that young man grandmama. And you that bitter? You don't need to be on television. You should not subject your audience to that level of embarrassment. Because they laughing and yucking it up all before you say this young man done died. Now they gotta feel stupid for laughing at him not 30 seconds before. As you turn all your linebacker shoulders to look at him up and down as if he was a piece of garbage. Just disgusting. Just a disgusting display. I'm disgusted at Wendy and anybody that take pleasure in watching her. So with that, I would love everyone to sound off into the comment section. What do you think about Wendy, the letter P Williams behavior so far since July? Well, she's been doing stuff like this before, but she really been taking the cake this July. I don't know what's crawled up under her wig, but she really is getting out of hand right now. Anyway, sound off in the comments section about how you feel about this story, how you feel. Should she be canceled? I say yes, it should have happened a long time ago. Her and anybody else that behaves like her on a national platform. All right. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I am your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.